Welcome back to Desire to Inspire. It's your mama's favorite podcast. I'm on no caffeine and I'm feeling good. I'm honestly trying to lower my caffeine intake.
Good.
They probably assume this is an energy drink, but it's not.
Speaking of
I didn't
fucking
say energy
sponsors,
drink. I don't know what word I said, but it was not energy.
it's all right because you got something better in your hand. Tell them about it. Tell them about it. Tell them about it.
Honestly, I need a lot of these. These are non-alcoholic beers. And after the weekend I had, I would say that these are what I need in my life. I think I'm going to go sober. And Athletic Brewing Company is a great way to do so. So use the code Dylan20 and get yourself some.
Dylan20, Athletic Brewing Co. The best in the business.
It actually is good, man. Every time.
I fucking love it. Every time it hits, every time it smacks.
Yeah, I really need to rein it in, you know? What's crazy is, like, I don't know how I'm still on this consistent fucking...
It's because
I'm working out more.
You're working out more. You're burning a hell of a lot more calories.
And I'm partying harder.
It's because you just moved here. There's so much new in your life right now.
Can I be honest, though? I feel like I just started to enjoy it here. How long have I been here now?
Too long, honestly. Things keep going the way they are.
What did I move in July? So August, September. We're coming up on 3 months already. Holy shit! Yeah. I just smacked myself with this microphone. 3 months. So I feel like the first two were a fucking struggle, dude. Like, I was sure we were doing things, but I feel like I didn't have like the freedom to like go out and like really experience the way I want to. And with this new job, and actually both jobs, and like, I feel like we're just getting out with different people. It's not just our circle now, because now fucking Sal had me on a fucking rager this weekend.
Nice.
That I was not ready for.
Great guy.
But yes, it's all coming together.
And I think like a big thing too is that I would say you were kind of in a slump the first
100%, dude. And I gotta tell you, I'm out of it, man. I've been feeling good for like the last week straight.
Well, that's good. You deserve it. You put in a lot of hard work, and you're working hard day in and day out. And I hate boosting your head because
please,
you definitely don't need it today. But if you look at 2 months ago, if you look at 1 month ago versus like the way that the last 3.5 weeks have been going, new job, training for a marathon that you're doing exceptionally well. Had a minor hiccup last week with the knee, but it seems to be going good.
So it has been, but it was going good before that too. And then all of a sudden, like 12 or 13, it started ramping up again. And so I haven't went over 8 this week, but I haven't experienced it. But I have 22 this week.
Have you done the exercises?
Yeah, I have. Damn. This week is like when I actually started going hard on them. And I got one of those little massage sticks today from Walmart. And I've been rolling out like the top of my thigh.
I have one.
Over top. I needed it.
Yeah. So you got the marathon. You're back in the weight room.
Yeah.
Finally.
Like, well, I've been, we'll say 2 days a week.
Yeah.
But I'm hitting consistently 3, and I'm probably going 4 this week just because of the way my runs have shaken out.
Yep.
Which means I might get off the full body split. I think if I go on a 4-day split, I'll feel a lot better in the weight room. Because the weight room just feels like I'm going through the motions right now.
Yeah. But you do have some more energy around it. And even the way that you've been talking about it the last like week and a half, I've noticed that there's a little bit of a spunk there that you haven't had about the weight room.
Which is why I think I need to switch up my split.
Yeah. So to go down that, so the 2 new jobs, the training for the marathon going good, the gym, you're finally settling in and like you're saying, having us, meeting people, doing different things, being able to see things, but not only that, being able to enjoy them while you're out because you don't have those outside factors that you have to stress about.
I'm not worried about, like, oh, can I do this? Or like,
yep.
Okay, I can do this. What am I eating the rest of the week? But even like beyond that, I feel like when you first moved here, you were like, it's not Dallas.
Yep.
Like in the back of your head, and I felt that same way. I haven't vocalized it as much, but I'm like, damn, like, kind of miss Denver.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's still there. Like, I think it's there's always gonna be it's completely different worlds.
Yeah, completely different. And like I would think about Dallas daily, and now I would say I think about Dallas maybe like weekly because I do truly enjoy Charlotte. I see the potential, I see where it's headed, I see where it's going, and it's just like the opportunities are endless here, not only from a fun standpoint, not only from a nature standpoint, not only from a business standpoint, but there's so many other things that are just like coming to this city daily, bro. And like you look around at all the construction, you see all the road work getting done, you see houses being tore down to build bigger ones. Like that's what you want in a city that you're living in. And with that is only coming more better concerts, better comedy shows, better sporting events, better sporting teams. They got a long way to go, but I can't talk because we have the Browns. All of those things better that are going to be attracted to this area now that it's expanding and becoming a city that is one of the fastest growing in the U.S. And so with that, our pool of opportunities and our pool of stuff just doesn't
Speaking of
stop.
opportunities, that big Charlotte running group that like me and Tone all that we've seen, he actually ran with him last time. Yeah, I told you about. Followed me on IG last night.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Still don't know what opportunity is there, but they followed me.
There we go.
I didn't even look to see how many people they follow, but now I'm curious now that I say that out loud.
Yeah.
To know the number and see like if it correlates, because if not, and it's a very big gap, I should probably reach out.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, even if it's not a big number, you should definitely reach out. There we go.
They don't follow that many.
Yep.
So I'm in.
But no, it's groups like that. And dude, when we were at the park the other day getting ready to do our long run, all of those girls ranging from like middle school to college or after.
Are we always this low on the camera, dude?
I don't know, but I've been looking taller than you the last couple of weeks. And
I feel like we're not even in this frame. Like, it feels like we're so... I mean, the side angles are always higher, but I just feel like I'm not even in it. Like, I feel like I need to be on a booster seat.
Yeah, you're looking short.
I'm in the crack.
You want a pillow to sit on?
To be fair. No, I feel like my ass would sweat and I'm in gray shorts.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, those girls were there.
And so you saw that range, and it was because of social media influencer girl, and I wish I knew her name. I can't remember.
She's not from the area either. They said she travels around doing
Rachel
runs.
something. But like, bro, she brought...
How confident are you that it was Rachel?
70%?
Because I couldn't even give you a guess.
Yeah, I don't know. But seeing stuff like that is so motivating because it's not like it was something that was established here. It's not like that girl was here. But it shows you the number of people that truly care about this space, both male and female. The running group, I would say, when I've seen it, it's been like more male dominant, but this one was more female dominant. But there's so many people out there, and that's what I like about this city more than Dallas, is that there's so much more to do outside. You got the mountains, you got the beach, and then you got this trail here. We have the Katy Trail there. But like outside of that, Dallas was super flat. There's actually hills and scenery and stuff when we're on our runs. Like running through the woods, you guys probably laugh at me, but every single time I'm like, soak it in. Yesterday when I was
running,
on
that trail every day this week.
It's amazing.
Makes it a lot fucking easier to run, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Running's becoming easier, but I notice that it's easier when I'm with you guys, when I'm by myself.
It's easier for me when I'm with people. So.
Holy shit, is it a challenge? But I was out there yesterday running, and the sun was coming down, and it was just shining on me on the final stretch in, and I was like, this is fucking it, baby. And I envisioned myself going across the finish line in less than a month exactly today as we were recording.
I know. That was gonna be like what I brought up this episode.
Holy shit.
Out. Yeah, a month.
Damn. That feels cool.
1 month.
That feels cool.
And honestly, I think I have a lisp.
Yeah, I just definitely heard it on that
honestly, it makes me a little scared.
The marathon?
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing though. But like the closer we get, the more nervous I get for it.
Okay. Let's hear it. Elaborate.
I wouldn't say I really have like any deep thoughts around it. It's just like it's getting real that it's here, and I'm questioning myself: am I gonna be able to make this pace? And so it's just a fear because I'm not giving myself a choice. If I break down at the end of I already told you you're gonna be pushing me around a wheelchair. That wasn't a joke. But I'm gonna give that thing everything I got.
Yep. That's all you can. And
my pace is pretty much there on all my easy runs. Today was like, the last 2 days were like 8:10 to 8:20 something. Mm-hmm. And those are for 7 and 8. And my heart range was mid 150s. So I know that it's there. It's just, is it there for 26.2?
It is. Talk that shit into existence. Don't have doubt yet.
Honestly, it's the knee.
Yeah.
The knee's in my head.
Take care of it.
I have been.
Good.
And
Listen
so I'm telling
body.
myself, I actually listened to a different podcast the other day, which is great. It's a comedy podcast from a couple weeks ago that I just hadn't been able to listen to. And he was talking about how pain isn't really like a thing. It's more of the fear of pain. Like our brains are so complex that they trick us into thinking that it's so much more painful than it is because we feel like it should be that way. He talked about this guy who was on a construction site. He stepped on a nail and he's screaming his head off, like writhing in pain. They rush him to the emergency room. They take off his boot and it never went through his foot. He swears he felt it go through and it was right between his toes. It didn't impact. There was no blood. There was nothing. And he felt the entire time that this nail went through his foot. And he's like, so he's been like doing this stuff, like almost like meditations to like where you feel the pain, like feel what it actually is and then not fear it. He's like, the people who are like, my back hurts and it's every night it flares up at 6. It's the fear at 6 o'clock that you know it's coming, that your brain just automatically assumes. Like it makes you feel that way, even if it's not actually there. They did this thing where, like for whiplash, they said there's no such thing as like extended whiplash. Like once like the neck is fully healed, there's no after effects. So they put these people in a car and they like shifted it like that much, like where you just move like that, but they smashed glass. They were blindfolded. They smashed glass and like had explosions go off and they let them out of the car. Everyone was convinced that they had whiplash. Months later, people were saying that they had effects. And they told them, they told them about the experiment. They showed them a video and they were like, you know what? I don't feel it. Like it's insane your brain can just trick you that much.
Yeah. It's fucking nuts. One, that guy's a little puss because my dad had a nail go through his foot. He was like, Fred, get your ass over here. Had a damn nail go through my foot. And I'm like, what? And he's got his boot off, which the nail went through. And he's got his hands around his foot with a towel, and it is just leaking blood. He's like, we got to get this cleaned up. I'm like, we got to go to the hospital. Nope, got to get this cleaned up.
He definitely should have went to the hospital.
I think he went like the next day, but he literally cleaned it up, put a bandage on it, and then he went on with his way. But I was like, what the fuck? His whole boot, everything was blood. And he was just like, we got to get this cleaned up. All right, let's go back out to work.
I would have 100% been screaming my head off.
He didn't. I was like, God damn, you're a man. I'm a boy.
But that's what I've been doing. Is like I'm trying to convince myself. Today on my run, I was like, you don't even feel as good, dude. I was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And so like this week, when I get to like the 10 mark, I'm gonna have to like try to push it out of my mind. Like it's not gonna hurt today. And I'm trying to convince myself that it doesn't hurt.
But what if it's actually hurt?
I think I could push through.
Another thing to go.
Even if it's hurt, I don't think that it actually hurts as much as I think it does. Because I can't. I sprinted across the parking lot that same night, and it didn't hurt.
So maybe you just don't want to do the miles. You want Tone to beat you. You want Tone to cross that finish line before you.
I sprinted.
You want Tone to hit the target and you not to.
I'm just saying. It's not even that it's not in pain, but the pain will go away. Like, it's not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
So it's just about sucking it up and going through. And I mean, there's times where I feel like you need to pull back and just not go. I had already made it 17 and a half. It's not like I didn't do a long run.
Yeah, that was a long run.
But it's supposed to be 20. This week's 22. And I'm doing 22. Yep. It's the longest one we have all prep.
Okay.
22, 21, and then we're knocking it down to like 13 and 10 before the race.
Damn, it's almost here.
Mm-hmm. It sure is.
I got 9 this week, then 10, and then something little after that. Dude, I went out for my run. Well, real quick. Our brain is also so powerful that they say that when people play like chess masters, when they play chess, burn like 2,000 to 4,000 calories just sitting there because of like the work and the thinking and everything that they're doing, that they burn that many fucking calories.
You ever play chess?
No, I don't know how.
Damn, bro. I used to love chess.
I would like to know how to play. I don't know how.
We got a lot of trophies at the house. We can line them up, bro.
All right.
My dad used to play with me every day at dinner. I know someone who didn't charge the lights.
It's fully charged.
I saw it flickering. I knew it was coming.
What the fuck?
But he'd play with me every night at dinner, and he never let me win. Not once. And this was probably like when I was. It had to be
nowadays. Kids have to win.
Single digits. Fuck that. I had to be single digits though, because I remember like playing competitively in like 5th grade. So I had to be young. But I don't know, and he might contradict me on this. I feel like the first time I beat him, I haven't lost since.
You guys played chess. My mom and I played Crazy Bones. What do you know about those? Yes, sir.
I mean, it's not a game, though.
Crazy Bones is a game.
Is it a game or is it just toys?
No, it's Crazy Bones. You line up the little Crazy Bones, you take one, you throw it across, and you got to knock down the other Crazy Bones.
Yeah, it just feels like you guys made a game around some toys, though.
No, I'm pretty sure that was the intended game. And also, when you're
editing this,
pop a picture of Crazy Bones right here, because it was the fucking shit.
Is there a scoring metric to it?
Yeah, whoever has the last Crazy Bone standing wins.
Y'all definitely made this up, bro. Y'all definitely made that up.
I don't think so.
I never heard this.
Your cough still isn't gone?
Dude, it's not here all the time. It's been coming sporadically. It's mainly in the morning and at night, so I think it's allergies.
Okay.
And right now, it just feels like there's something in my throat. That's why I keep drinking and it's not going away.
What I was going to say, too, is that when I stopped my one train of thought to finish on how you can burn calories playing chess, I went out for my run yesterday. I was like, I only got 6. And I was like, who the fuck am I to say I only have 6? I was like, I just got to run 3 out and 3 back. And I took the fucking worst route possible.
Where did you go? Did you go straight from here?
Yeah, straight from here. And I was like, I'll take this other road. And down, you can see my splits in the beginning. My splits are great for what I was like trying to achieve. And then on my way back, it was all just an incline like this. And let me tell you, I felt every fucking step of that incline.
Been there, brother. Been there.
I will say, though, that throughout this prep, and I will reiterate this till the day I die, about anything in life, repetitions fucking matter, bro.
Dude, God, we're always on the same fucking page, dude. Ugh! She gave me fucking rock hard. I fucking was literally thinking of a post today where I want to take like a 8-mile run from week 1 and an 8-mile run from like now, and just same fucking everything. I was same amount of effort. Show what the paces were and where my heart rate is. And that's in 3 fucking months, dude. Everyone acts like it's gonna take forever. Everything's gonna take fucking years for me to get there. It's literally about just being consistent. I just sat here and told you I'm partying harder than ever. And it's still fucking going. I didn't look into the runs yet, but I know it's fucking night and day.
There was at one point that I was running a mile in 14 minutes because my knees were so fucked up. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I was running them in slightly under 9 minutes in the beginning, and then towards the end, it was still like 9-something. But like, I wasn't trying to go super fast or anything. But again, you would have looked at me and been like, damn, this kid can run. Whenever that race or run was that I was doing 14-minute miles, you would have been like,
God damn, look at him.
That boy ain't never ran. But repetition. And this is why I love what we do. This is why I'm excited that as we start expanding and growing ourselves and learning ourselves and how life takes us on and what's important to us to be able to put into the Inspired and the people that join it, when we start pushing that and attracting more people, is it literally like one of the foundations is repetitions. Everybody nowadays, you go online and it's work with me to get your first $10,000 month, work with me to get abs in 60 days, work with me to lose 50 pounds in three months. Fuck all that, dude. If you see somebody post, I can make you lose weight 30 pounds in 50 days, or I can make you lose 50 pounds in 3 months. I can make you $10,000. Dude, none of that. You shouldn't look at any of that as value, because you shouldn't want to do it in 3 months and be like, yeah, I did it. And then look back a year after that. Take that 3-month mark where you lost that 50 pounds and then go back or go forward a year and look where you are that time versus here. I guarantee you gain just as much weight, if not more, than where you were.
That's why people yo-yo constantly. It's because they're looking for a quick fix. They're looking for the next program. It's people jump from program to program to program when the real problem is accountability. And to you have accountability, you don't have consistency. Like, that's literally all it comes down to. It's not about what you do. It's about doing it over and over again.
Over and over again. And I'm not going to get into the other topic that I want to on this one because I want to focus on repetitions. But I'm telling you, people, if there is something that you want to achieve in this world, in this life, starting a business, getting more physically active, seeing your loved ones more, making your habits in your life better, making something become easier, whether that's walking up and down steps, getting up and down off of couch. Like, it doesn't have to be these grand things that we always talk about. It can be somebody 50 years old that's like, fuck, I used to be able to get up so easy. The reason we can't get up easy at a 50-year-old age versus 25 is because at 25, we're doing stuff all the time. We're working out, we're active, we're getting steps, we're doing all this stuff. By the time we get to that 50, 55, 35, 40, whatever age you want to do, we start delegating all these different things. You start going to your parents' house when you visit them. Hey, Dylan, get me this. Hey, Dylan, get me that. You got grandkids. Hey, grandkids,
yo, you just attacked my dad because that is 100% what he does.
I'm not. I'm thinking of everybody in this world. And so as we get older, it's like, oh yeah, people should respect us. It's my turn to get treated. No, it's your turn to take care of yourself. Now that you have all this time, now that you don't have to stress about raising kids, that you don't have to stress about paying your mortgage as much, now that retirement's coming up, like I tell this to my mom all the time, and I'm like, just please go. I don't care if it's for 15 minutes. I tell my sister, I don't care if it's for 15 minutes. Anybody I talk to, it doesn't even have to be my immediate family. Just go for 15 minutes. If you're terrified to go to the gym, go there every single day for as long as you can be in there. As long as you can be in there. If you want to start being physically active and you're petrified or terrified of gyms, go in there. Pick a machine that you know how to do. If that's a treadmill, good, cool. Go and walk on the treadmill. If you're in there and you get so fucking nervous and you're like, I got to leave, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't belong here, walk out. Go there again tomorrow. Maybe it's a little bit less that time. Walk out. Go in there the next day, the next day, the next day. Soon you'll start building that confidence because you'll feel better. You'll think better. You'll have more energy. You're not crashing. You're seeing the results. And then you're like, oh, shit. Okay. And that 5 minutes that you were in there in the beginning is now 15, is now 20, is now 30. Now you're in there 45 minutes. Don't be those people that are in there for 2 hours. It does no more or less. It'll do you more harm than good because we're trying to instill good habits. So now you're in the gym, you're lifting weights, you're on the elliptical, you're on the treadmill, whatever you want to do for that 45 minutes being active versus being sedentary for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You're using those muscles, you're using the joints, you're keeping the tendon strong, the ligament strong, all of that shit. And now all of a sudden, guess what? That gym session that was so hard to go that you didn't even want to step foot in there, now you can't live without it. You want to start eating healthy. It's the same thing. Pick something that you know is bad. Don't cold turkey it because you've already proven to yourself that you'll have to resort back to it and then you'll eat it more. You want to stop smoking. If you can't cold turkey, go down to 5 cigarettes a day. Go down to a half a pack a day, whatever it is. Start fucking small and put in the reps. Do it day in and day out. Do it for a week. That week will then transition to the next week and build and build and build. And when it gets hard, push through those hard days because it makes the good days better. Everybody thinks that like, oh my God, it's hard. We got a fucking party in here with the strobe light going off.
They probably can't even tell, but that thing is going.
Which is so crazy.
I thought it was going to kick back on for a second.
But, so yeah, put in the repetition. Don't fucking stop when it gets hard. Continue to push through and it will become easier. The reason it is hard in the beginning is because you don't know how to do it. You may have once known how to do it, but your body needs retrained. You need reprogrammed and you need your thought process to have the ability to be able to adapt in the scenery that it's in or the thing that it's trying to do. Start small and put in the fucking reps and reps and reps, and it will become easier over time.
The only thing that he's really saying here is to pay your future self. It doesn't matter if let me wait till he's out of my fucking frame here. I would just leave it for this one. But like I said, just pay your future self. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if what you do at 25 is what is going to get you feeling better and being able to do things at 50. But just because you're 50 doesn't mean, oh shit, I can't do it now. It's never going to happen again. Because what you do now is going to matter at 60, 70. Like, it's all about longevity of health at the end of the day. Yep. So just because you ain't there now doesn't mean that it has to stay that way forever.
Yep. The way you live your life and the things that you prioritize are seen from an exterior perspective. Dylan walks up to me. If I don't know him, initial thoughts, wow, he might have it together. He's in shape. He's take care
really gassing me up this
of himself. He dresses good. So it's like, okay, this person might, have something going for them.
Little do they know I don't.
versus somebody, and I hate to put it this way, but like is a little sloppier, the hair is greasy, overweight, baggy clothes, no haircut.
They say don't judge a book by its cover, but we all do it.
Everybody judges a book by its cover, so that's why I don't feel bad saying it, is because every single time we first meet somebody, the initial thought, like I was thinking about this, when was it? I heard somebody say it where we were out, and I don't even remember if it was this group or somebody else. It was a long time ago, and I randomly thought about it as I was taking Decker out today, where somebody was like, oh, that person's cute, and then their friend was like, oh my God, no, look what they're wearing. It's like we make these instinct judgments if we're going to approach somebody, if we're going to talk to somebody, if we're going to interact with them, if they can be in our friend group, like right off the bat. Just because of their appearance. So, again, I could look out in the parking lot, and there's a few cars out there that I'm like, God damn, that person's probably dirty as fuck. Their car is always dirty. There's a bunch of trash in there. There's a bunch of clothes, and I'm like, oh, my gosh. You drive past somebody's house. I wrote a newsletter about this. That's why I'm bringing it up. You drive past somebody's house, and you see that their lawn's out of whack, their grass isn't edged for the sidewalks, their house is dirty, it hasn't been like power washed, they got trash in the front yard, all of that stuff. You're like, that house probably isn't that clean on the inside. Versus going to a neighborhood where the grass is trimmed, the bushes are trimmed, the house is power washed. And I'm not saying you have to have the nicest of anything. You can be in a shit neighborhood and still have a polished looking house on the outside.
Take care of your things.
We didn't grow up in the nicest areas. You can still tell who takes care of their things and who doesn't. And this is all that first instinct judgment. And so these repetitions that I'm talking about go for all areas of life. And that's why I'm bringing this up, is that it's not just the weight room. It's the way that you carry yourself in terms of how you physically look, how you dress, how you do your hair, etc. It's the car. What does your car look like? Is it washed? Is it cleaned? Your house, the lawn, like all of these different things you can then pin back to, well, this is probably why things aren't going the way you want them to. And so if you change things little by little and you start working at it and do it, like Dylan said, consistently, it will compound on each other to be able to elevate you to where you want to be. And the great thing about it is we all know how bad our worst days are. And I can guarantee you that we could ask 100 people, and out of 100 people, they would all say, I don't want to go back there. We can ask 100 people that are in their worst day right now, or what they think is their worst day, do you want out of this? And 100% of the people would be like, yes. And so where does that start? Right fucking here, with yourself. If you're not happy with the way you look, the way you feel, you're not going to be happy in other areas. You have to take care of yourself first in order to take care of everything else outside of you. Your living place, your car, your job, your family, your friends, the things you focus on. So start with yourself and build those habits and do the repetition.
I can't follow that.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we say this stuff because we love you. We say this stuff because we've been through some of the stuff. And we say some of this stuff because we know that we have to hold ourselves accountable. And sometimes we fall off the wagon because things aren't going
Facts.
good. We have more stressors on our plate. There's stuff going on with the family. But when you have those habits in place and you continue those repetitions of the things that you know treat you well, journaling, meditating, cold showers, red light, saunas, whatever it is, you know that will compound on each other, so that way you don't stay stuck in that dark place. And you know that doing those things will at least not get you to the lowest that you've ever been. So start with yourself internally, take care of yourself, be happy with yourself, and put in the repetitions daily in whatever area that is, and life will change around, turn around. Whenever it gets hard, it ends up getting easier because you learn how to do it. That's why athletes practice all the time. That's why we practice at our job, because it gets easier and we get comfortable with it. Keep elevating, keep prospering, and keep going after the dreams that you have. You can achieve them. You're just in your own way. That's all we got for you. Have the desire to inspire, find that passion, find that drive, kiss your mama's forehead, and we'll talk to you soon.
Peace.